Hello guys and gals, and this is part 3 of our reading of Official Guide to Legendary and Mythical Pokemon. It is by Simcha Whitehill. I'm going to highlight that name here, Simcha Whitehill. And we're going to continue where we left off. I realize I just pulled out my bookmark, but thankfully I remember exactly where we are. In the last episode, we talked about Uxie and all of the late guardians. Now we are to the legendary and mythical Pokemon of the Unova region, or Unova, something like that. And we're going to start off with the Swords of Justice. I think that was a really good movie. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen any of the Pokemon movies after Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. And then I did see, then I started watching them again, with Pokemon I Choose You, The Power of Us, Detective Pikachu. Anyways, Swords of Justice. We're going to start out with Cobalion. It is a legendary Pokemon, the Iron Will Pokemon. It is 6 foot 11 inches high. It weighs 552.2 pounds. No, 51, sorry. 551.2 pounds, and it is Steel Fighting type. It says, like its body, Cobalion's heart is tough as steel. Legends say that in the past, it protected Pokemon from harmful people. Cobalion's glare is even tougher than its body. With one look, Cobalion can get even the most out-of-control Pokemon to settle down. It cannot stand rudeness or disrespect, so it will remind any Pokemon, or any person, for that matter, to mind its manners. In fact, according to ancient tales, Cobalion has been known to protect Pokemon from human bullies. That's cool. Okay, and next is Virizion. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is the Grassland Pokemon. It is 6 foot 7 inches high. It weighs 440.9 pounds, and it is a grass fighting type. It says, excuse me. According to legend, Virizion can move so swiftly that its opponents are left bewildered. Its horns are lovely and graceful, and as sharp as blades. You might miss this legendary Pokemon as it whizzes past you. Watching Verizion move is like trying to follow the wind. If the Grassland Pokemon chooses to stay in one place, it can mow a foe down with its horns. That's an interesting angle. Usually it's seen from the side, but I do like that angle. That's cool. Next we have Tarakion. And the Swords of Justice Pokemon are based off of the Three Musketeers by, I forget what his first name is, but his last name was Dumas, I believe. Anyways, let's learn about Terrakion. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is the Cavern Pokemon. It is 6 foot 3 inches tall, and it weighs 573.2 pounds, and it is a rock fighting type. Legend tell of a time when Terrakion attacked a mighty castle to protect its Pokemon friends. They say it knocked down a giant wall with the force of its charge. Although it may look like it is all brawn, Terrakion actually has a big heart. It has a soft spot for any Pokemon in need. When a human war forced a group of Pokemon from their peaceful homes, Terrakion stepped in to save them. Next we have Keldeo. The Colt Pokemon. It stands 4 foot 7 inches high. It weighs 106.9 pounds, and it is a water fighting type. Caldeo is, it says, Caldeo travels the world visiting beaches and riverbanks where it can race across the water. When this mythical Pokemon, this is actually a mythical Pokemon, by the way. When this mythical Pokemon is filled with resolve, it gains a blinding speed. The Colt Pokemon is so swift that it's actually hard to see. When it's determined, its body fills with a strong power that increases its speed. Its great leaps become impossible to follow with the naked eye. Okay, up next we have Genesect. I know this one. This is another mythical Pokemon. I have this one on Pokemon Go, actually. I don't think they've released Keldeo for Pokemon Go yet. But anyways, this is a mythical Pokemon. It is the Paleozoic Pokemon. It stands 4 foot 11 inches tall. It weighs 181.9 pounds, and it is a bug steel type. It says, The powerful cannon on Genesect's back is the result of Team Plasma's meddling. This mythical Pokemon is 300 million years old. The ancient bug Pokemon was just a fossil, until evil Team Plasma got their hands on it. They brought Genesect back to life, and they also changed it forever. Next we have Victini, which is another mythical Pokemon. It is the Victory Pokemon. It stands 1 foot 4 inches tall. It weighs 8.8 pounds, and it is a psychic fire type. It says, according to myth, Victini can bring victory in any kind of competition. Because it creates unlimited energy, it can share the overflow with others. This little powerhouse has so much pep to share that it can completely recharge another person or Pokemon. With Victini on your side, you can't lose. That was a fun event too, getting Victini during GoFest. Now we are to the forces of nature. Now these are the genies. Actually, I think this is Gen 5, and Gen 5 had the most legendary Pokemon of any of the Pokemon generations, to be honest, because they tried to remake like the first, and then they added a bunch of legendary Pokemon. Anyways, the forces of nature. We're going to start with Thundurus. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is the Bolt Strike Pokemon. It stands 4 foot 11 inches high. It weighs 134.5 pounds, and it is an electric flying type. It says Thundurus can discharge powerful electric bolts from the spikes on its tail. This legendary Pokemon causes terrible lightning storms, which often result in forest fires. This legendary Pokemon has started some pretty legendary blazes. So be sure to look out for fierce lightning if you're below this prickly Pokemon. Will do. Next is Tornadus. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is a Cyclone Pokemon. It stands 4 foot 11 inches tall and weighs 138.9 pounds, and it is a flying type Pokemon. It says here, wrapped in its cloud, Tornadus flies at 200 miles per hour. This legendary Pokemon causes fierce windstorms with gales that can knock down houses. While Tornadus might blow by in an instant, its power over air can create lasting damage. With the tap of its tail, Tornadus can cover the land with a wild wind. With a little release of energy, it can create a big storm. With a whistle, Tornadus can blow a breeze so tough it will topple the buildings below. That was Tornadus. Now we're to Landorus, the Abundance Pokemon. It stands 4 foot 11 inches tall. It weighs 149.9 pounds, and it is ground flying. It is a ground flying type. Now Landorus. Because its arrival helps crops grow, Landorus is welcomed as the guardian of the fields. This legendary Pokemon uses the energy of wind and lightning to enrich the soil. Although Landorus soars in the sky, it has an incredible power over the land. No matter where the plot of dirt or what its condition, Landorus can transform it into an incredible spot for crops. With its arrival, using its tail, it will greatly fertilize any field and help it to yield a beautiful bounty. The crops will grow taller than any planted by hand, and it will rise up almost instantly. Okay. The Rage and Revival of Legends. We are going to read this. Ash and his friends Iris and Cillian were visiting Milos Island in search of revival herbs needed to restore injured Pokemon to health. But when they arrived, their guide Lewis informed them that all the revival herbs he could find were dried out, and his Pokemon were getting sick. There was one revival herb left in his stock. Lewis was determined to bring the land back to life. He planned to lead a special rain-making ceremony, and his Pokemon Gothorita the next day. Ash, Irish, and Cillian eagerly agreed to take part. So Lewis began to tell them the legend of Milos Island. Long ago, Thundurus and Tornadus were locked in an eternal battle. Landorus bravely stepped in to stop their fighting and was horribly wounded. The ancient people of Milos Island used revival herbs to help the legendary Pokemon recover. It regained its strength and was able to break up the battle To thank the people who had healed it, Landorus turned Milos Island into a paradise full of revival herbs. The next morning, the kids headed to the shrine of Landorus, a big stone pillar covered in ancient carvings. Landorus, Lewis called out, the revival herbs have all dried up. We ask for rain for Milos Island. Lewis's Gotharita echoed the words with a song. Its voice created a pink glow that traveled up into the clouds. Suddenly, a great dark cloud took form. At first, it looked like rain, but then a strange shape appeared in the sky. Out of the clouds emerged the legendary Pokemon Tornadus. It sent back-to-back attacks of hurricane and air slash. Look out, Iris warned. Why is Tornadus so angry? Something happened to Tornadus' stone pillar home, Lewis replied. Ash, Lewis, and Iris hurried away to investigate. Soon they found Tornadus' stone had been smashed. Now there was nothing to stop the rage of the cyclone Pokemon. Who could have done such a thing, Lewis wondered. Worse yet, the friends discovered Thundurus' stone pillar had also been smashed. There were two angry legendary Pokemon on the loose. Thundurus, Thundurus shouted. Tornadus, Tornadus shouted back. The two began to fight with each other, just like the legend of Milos Island. The battle between Tornadus and Thundurus had started all over again, Lewis realized. We've got to stop those two, and fast, Ash declared. Snivy shot Leaf Shot. Pew, pew, pew. Excadrill fired Focus Blast. Wham. Axew drummed up Dragon Rage. Boom. Stunfisk released Mud Bomb. Slap. Stunfisk. Okay. But the legendary Pokemon easily dodged their attack, so Lewis asked Gotharita to try reasoning with them. Gotharita sang the message with all of its might, but it only made the Pokemon angrier. Tornadus' wind knocked down trees in the forest. Thundurus' bolts broke rocks right off the mountainside. The legendary Pokemon were intent on destroying each other, and in the process, they would also destroy Milos Island. There's only one thing left to do, Lewis said. We have to have a shrine maiden summon the guardian of Milos Island, Landorus. Where are we going to find a shrine maiden? Iris asked. Maybe that's her right there. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this. Iris, I'm looking right at her, Lewis replied, smiling. Once she dressed in traditional Milos Island garb, Iris was ready to give it her all. Lewis came prepared with mysterious stones that increased Gotharita's power. When they reached the pillar of Landorus, Iris bowed her head. Landorus, I beg of your help from the bottom of my heart. Bathed in a pink glow, Gotharita sang her feelings to the shrine. A powerful yellow light shined over the area and then shot straight up into the sky. The light was absorbed into the figure Landorus. Landorus, Lewis addressed the legendary Pokemon with respect. Tornadus and Thundurus are battling so fiercely they're going to destroy Milos Island. I beg you to stop them. Landor, it nodded, ready to take action. A bolt of lightning burst through the gray sky, and Landorus followed it to find Tornadus and Thundurus. Landorus pleaded with them to stop their petty fighting. Thundurus, the Pokemon replied with a roar, firing Focus Blast. Tornadus, the other snarled back, shooting Hurricane. Landorus had convinced Tornadus and Thundurus to stop fighting each other. Instead, they joined forces to attack it. It's 2 against 1, Ash yelped. Landorus defended itself with a powerful burst of extrasensory. Tornadus hit back with Hammer Arm, slamming Landorus into the mountainside. Landorus was trapped and under attack as Thundurus threw Focus Blast. Suddenly, Landorus broke free and launched Hyper Beam, but when Tornadus responded with hidden power, it blasted big rocks off the mountainside. Okay, make sure that I'm not missing a page here and I'm not crashed. Landorus, behind you, Lewis cried. Gotharita jumped in and fired Psyshock to stop Thundurus from its sneak attack. Landorus shouted, sending a burst of Hyper Beam. Direct hit. While Thundurus hit Tornadus tried to recover from the wallop. Landorus again tried to reason with them. Suddenly, laser lines surrounded the 3 legendary Pokemon. The lasers formed a cube cage, locking up the trio. Thundurus cried, trying to blast its way out. But even these powerful legendary Pokemon couldn't break the bonds of their cages. Who did that? Lewis asked. Who? That is indeed the question. That is the question indeed, replied James. It was Team Rocket. So you're the ones who destroyed the stone shrines, Lewis said. Aren't you so smart, James said. And we knew when they arrived you'd have to summon Landorus. Now they all belong to us, Jesse rejoiced. Not as long as we're here, Ash replied. Together, he and Iris and Lewis and Cylin directed their Pokemon to attack. Roggenrola fired Flash Cannon at the cages. Whap! Emolga threw Hidden Power. Pow! Pansage blasted Solar Beam. Boom! Gothorita added Shadow Ball. Swish! But when the smoke cleared, the 3 legendary Pokemon were still in their cages. Team Rocket hopped in a helicopter and loaded up the 3 cages. Finders keepers, losers weepers, James said, waving goodbye. Weepers weep losers, Meowth chuckled as the helicopter took off. But Ash, Iris, Cillian, and Lewis refused to give up. They banded together and fired at the helicopter instead of the cages. So Roggenrola fired Flash Cannon. Whap! Emolga threw Hidden Power. Pow! Pansage blasted Solar Beam. Boom! It worked. The helicopter began to smoke, and Team Rocket had to release the cages from the helicopter. The 3 cages fell from the sky and landed in the valley. Landorus, Landorus cried, wincing in pain. Landorus was injured. It was in no shape to continue fighting, but Tornadus and Thundurus started to attack it again. Only one thing could save Landorus, the very last revival herb. Gothorita, send the revival herb to Landorus, Lewis instructed. Gothorita began to sing again, and it used its powerful pink glow to carry the revival herbs across the valley to Landorus. Thundurus and Tornadus launched a coordinated attack to stop it from reaching Landorus. Landorus, it shouted, firing, protect, and received the revival herbs. With its strength restored, Landorus rose back into the sky. It's happening exactly like the Milos Island legend, Cillian exclaimed. Powerful Landorus finished off Thundurus and Tornadus with a burst of Hyper Beam. Then it again tried to reason with them, with one hand on each of their hearts. Landorus conveyed its hope to restore peace to Milos Island. Gothorita added her song to his plea. It looked like Landorus finally got through to them, Ash said. The dark clouds cleared, and the sun once again shone down on Milos Island. But in the light, Lewis could see the damage the battle had inflicted on the land. Landorus, please heal this island, Lewis implored. Return it to a beautiful state so the revival herbs can grow again. Landorus, it promised. But Landorus couldn't do it all on his own. It needed the legendary brothers, Thundurus and Tornadus, to restore the delicate balance. Thundurus brought its power over rain. Tornadus added the power over wind. Landorus brought the revival herb seeds. They instantly sprouted up again across the island. Wow, Lewis cried in awe. Landorus, Tornadus, and Thundurus, thank you. Thank you, Ash, Irish, and Cillian echoed. Lewis vowed to continue to take care of Milos Island as they said goodbye to their new friends. Ash, Irish, and Iris and Cillian knew they were leaving it in good hands. Now we're ready for the Tau trio. And we're going to start with Kyurem. It is a legendary Pokemon, the boundary Pokemon. It is 9 foot, 10 inches tall. It weighs 716.5 pounds, and it is Dragon Ice. That's kind of ironic since Dragon are weak to ice. When the freezing energy inside Kyurem leaked out, its entire body froze. Legends say it will become whole with the help of a hero who will bring truth or ideals. Kyurem itself is never full of hot air, either in its temperature or lies. Inside its body, this legendary Pokemon has an icy energy that can freeze out its foes. However, because it can easily spring a leak, Kyurem has accidentally frozen itself over. Reshiram is a legendary Pokemon. It is the vast white Pokemon. It stands 10 foot, 6 inches tall. It weighs 6,727.5 pounds, and it is Dragon Fire. Legends say Reshiram is drawn to those who value the truth. The flare of its fiery tail can disrupt the atmosphere and cause strange weather patterns. Reshiram might look like snow, but it is actually burning hot. In fact, it's white hot. This Pokemon can start a fierce fire. Reshiram will not hesitate to use its incredible power to protect those who want to build a world of truth. Okay, now we have Zekrom. It is the deep black Pokemon. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is 9 foot 6 inches tall and 760.6 pounds, and it is Dragon Flying. Legends say Zekrom helps those who pursue their ideals. It surrounds itself with thunderclouds to travel unseen, and its tail can generate electricity. Zekrom travels under the cover of dark clouds. It can fire lightning from the electricity in its tail. So during a storm, you might wonder, is that weather, or is that the deep black Pokemon? Professor Juniper once questioned whether Zekrom was responsible for taking her computer system offline, but even if it gets entangles with technology, rest assured Zekrom only has the best of intentions. It will always be there to help anyone who pursues his or her ideals. Next we have Meloetta. It is a mythical Pokemon. It is the Melody Pokemon. It stands 2 feet tall. It weighs 14.3 pounds, and it is a normal psychic type. It says, when Meloetta sings, its voice can control the emotions of people or Pokemon. The beautiful melodies of this mythical Pokemon can bring aching sadness or radiant joy. Behind Meloetta's sweet sound is incredible power. Meloetta literally puts emotion in its songs. It can transform the mood of anyone who hears its melodies. Mellowetta and Ash, the evolution of friendship. It looks like we will have one more. We'll probably end off with this one. Ash has a special bond with the Melody Pokemon. Whenever it's in trouble, Ash is there to save the day, but their bond goes both ways. Whenever Ash is in trouble, Mellowetta appears. Here's how their friendship evolved. Ash first met Mellowetta at Pokestar Studios in Burbank City. He saved Mellowetta from a falling piece of the studio set. Ash is always ready to help a Pokemon in need, so he didn't think much of the moment. But Mellowetta turned into a fan who secretly started following him on his journey. When Team Rocket saw an opportunity to steal Mellowetta, they tossed their electric net. Mellowetta escaped, but it rolled down a huge hill and landed in the middle of the road. Luckily, Ash and his friends were just driving by in Cynthia's truck. They immediately stopped and saved the mythical Pokemon using Cynthia's medicine. Ash nursed Mellowetta back to health. It flew away, but that wasn't the last Ash and his friends would see or hear of the Melody Pokemon. Mellowetta's voice has a mysterious, powerful strength. When Onix chased after Ash and his friends, they couldn't seem to battle it back, so the mythical Pokemon began to sing. Upon hearing Mellowetta's incredible voice, another brave Onix was so deeply moved that it rose and stopped the other Onix from attacking. Although Mellowetta is terribly timid, it wouldn't miss the chance to root for Ash in the Junior Cup. But even when Ash wasn't competing, Mellowetta was always watching over Ash and his friends. Mellowetta helped him find shelter and food in the rain. Mellowetta also aided Ash across a broken bridge. The Melody Pokemon is as sweet as its song. And in the next chapter, we will be reading about the legendary and mythical Pokemon of the Kalos region. But until then, we are going to stop it here. We have been reading from the official guide to legendary mythical Pokemon, and it is by Simcha Whitehill. If you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload. And if you want to support me in any way, all that information will be in the description below. As always, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.